I wish and hope for us to gain the political will, a sense of social responsibility, and a willingness to endure the individual sacrifices needed to avert a climate disaster that is lamentably already upon us.
Climate change is an issue that casts a dark shadow on our world and our future, but I believe that if we can accept our differences and come together to work to combat this problem, there is a glimmer of hope for a healthier and happier planet, and a better future for both us and the generation to come.
My hope for sustainability is a future with healthier aquatic ecosystems that are not being polluted by human activities. Taking care of our environment benefits all living beings, including humans who depend on the oceans for their homes, food, and livelihoods.
The Antarctic ozone hole is real. While it does not directly appear over New Zealand, the Maori are definitely seeing the effects of global warming. They now have trouble growing many of their indigenous crops, represented by the brown slash at the top of this piece. And the fish, a big part of the Maori diet, are moving to other waters. The holes in the piece represent the ozone holes in the future if we don't take action worldwide.
I am a recycled magazine collage artist. I use only recycled magazines as a commentary on climate change for my art. I know it sounds bleak, but I believe that science and compassion for the inhabitants of this earth are the answer to a clean future for all of us. We all need to come together to make awareness about this important issue. It affects all of us.
Beyond the megastorms and wildfires, the gradual creeping worsening of climate change from year to year means that its impacts are hard to recognize. One day we will wake up and finally compare the state of our planet to that of the past and recognize the necessity of changing our ways, but I fear that by that time it will be too late.
Time's Up is a clock that has been stopped with non-recyclable garbage just before midnight in order to highlight the plight of our oceans. Flood pain evokes the disproportionate effect of climate change-related destruction on communities of color. Broken Wind is both a plea for renewable sources of energy and a fart joke.
My hope for a sustainable future is for all animals and humans to have a safe community or habitat. With global warming at its all-time high, it is important for us humans to take action in protecting our planet. That could be cutting down on waste or burning less fossil fuels, or even recycling your rusty art supplies. It is important to have mindfulness for our planet. In the future, I hope that everyone around the world has a safe place to live with resources that they can rely upon.
My hope is that concerted global efforts will mitigate the impacts of climate change, fostering sustainable practices and preserving the planet for future generations. However, my fear lingers as I contemplate the potential consequences of insufficient action, envisioning a world grappling with extreme weather events, biodiversity loss, and widespread ecological disruptions. I hope that my artwork evokes a sense of connection, timelessness, and hope for the future.
I hope to see a future in which people of all ages and backgrounds are actively committed to creating an equitable planet that future generations are proud to inherit. I would like to ensure that no one community is disproportionately impacted by climate change and that the more fortunate communities among us will step up and do our part to those whose basic needs are threatened by climate change. We need to amplify the voices and share the stories of everyone who lives on planet Earth.